everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I'm here to do days 18 and 19 on this video, but for just for now, I'm going to do number 18 called Forgotten Snacks. Now, you can bet that I would never forget a snack. However, I'm not really sure what that means. Throwback 23. I watched those videos, but I don't remember why it was forgotten snacks. So I'm just going to do snacks. So we just happened to eat the last two of these last night. And I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and make a tag out of this, and that would be my forgotten snacks. So I'm going to go ahead and sit down, and we're going to make a tag. And if I make it out of this, then I feel like I'm fulfilling my my commitment to Defemember. So first thing I'm going to do, which I do with all my boxes, is I cut them apart. So I'm going to go ahead and speed you guys up while I do this. Okay, normally when I cut apart a box, I don't save these pieces because they have a lot of glue on them. And to be honest with you, it's not worth my time to prep them. I have so much cardboard. Also, if you look, this is like the perfect journal, this spine and this. And this is ripped. So I would not use this. Usually I try to be very careful when I take them apart, but can't always be. And I can't save everything as much as I would love to. And this is kind of bent up, but I think it's okay. But in this case, I'm not going to make a journal out of this. I want to make a couple tags. So I'm going to get my cutter. And I'm going to salvage what I feel like I can out of this. And the good thing about this is you don't have to back the white side, which I like. So I'll save those. And let's see if we can square this up a little bit. We can make trying to see how I could make a couple tags out of this. Let me see how wide that's 6 inches. So we could do 5.5 inch tags, something like that. But I want this side because this is the even side. So we want 5.5. Okay. So we've got a couple of even sides, and then let's do 3 inch. Let's do another 3 inch. And then how wide is this one? This one is about 2 3/4, but I'm going to even it up a little bit. Okay, So we're going to make 3 of them. And so basically that's it. Now what we want to do is, if we want to write on this side, we need to cover this side. In order for things to stick to it, it has to be a little bit roughened up. So I have a little sanding disc here, and I'm just going to rough this up a little bit. That way my glue and everything will stick on here. Forgotten snacks. I cannot remember. I haven't had a minute to go back and try to look at that video, but I can't remember why it's forgotten snacks. Maybe it's like candies or that you used to eat when you were a kid. I have no idea. I just can't remember. Ooh, look at that. Okay, voila. Now, what I did the other day is I created some papers. I'm working on a digital, and these are the offcuts, and so I'm going to use them. Kind of like this one. So what I want to do though is I want to kind of collage a little bit. I'm going to save these pieces right here. They make good backing strips for other things. Okay, so we want to I'm going to pull some papers that I have over here as well to do some collaging or something. I need to use up my scraps, and that's why it would be so good to use these. We could do sideways, right? If it's a collage, we don't care if they're sideways or not. Okay, let's see what else we have. What about this? I think this would be good. Let's I want to get my glue book out. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had a little interruption. Okay, so I got my glue book and I want to get these music papers on. I do film ahead, as you know. Not real far. Sometimes I'm really far ahead, but not right now. With Christmas coming, I did cookies yesterday. I did peanut butter balls. We call them Buckeye balls or whatever they call them. And so I stood out in the kitchen in the morning and did those. Took a couple hours to get them all done. I do a couple recipes of those because they are my family's favorites, especially my grandson. And so I do make quite a few. Many, many dozens. And I haven't done sugar cookies since my granddaughter became a teen because she doesn't like to come over here and do it. Then I end up with cookies that I don't need to eat. So I make ginger snaps, some sort of chocolate chip or something, and the peanut butter balls, and we just have those out at the family dinner. Okay, let's see what we got here. We could top this. I'm going to have to use this piece because it's wider. Okay. And we will trim it out after. I think I would like to put this on here, maybe down here. I don't know, let's see what we have. Maybe we'll do it like right here. Okay, perfect. We'll trim them out in just a minute. These two I need to go down along the sides, so that actually works perfect. Sorry, I went quiet there for a while. I think I'm going to try and edit out the dog started barking. I thought if I edit that out, I'm good. Edit the volume, so I stayed quiet in case they kept barking, but they did not. So I don't know what they were barking at. And I know that Barbara and Louisa are advocating for compartmental making, and I'm not really sure that I understand that whole concept. So a a long while ago, I learned about mask making, where you make just multiples of something and you have them on hand. And a lot of times I will make tags, the backing for tags. I have a whole stack of them over there that, excuse me, that are just the bases. That are just the bases, and then I will pull them and decorate them when I make journals. And so I always just considered that mass make. I can't, I think, compartmental make, because I don't have places for to store pieces of things. One of these days, I keep telling everybody that I'm going to do a tour of my craft room, which is really stand at the door and move the camera around because it's just a closet. So I don't have the space or anything to store a lot of little things. I just redid this room with, I replaced my steel shelving with IKEA pieces, and I do have space. I just have to learn how to utilize it and figure out where I want to put everything. But I won't build anything or put anything in here until I know for sure that that's what I want and it's going to work. Okay, so there you go. I used a snack box from Ice Cream Sandwiches to make some tag bases. And I think we'll go ahead and try to decorate one or two. Let me see what I have. Wouldn't that be pretty? I'm looking over in my drawer here where I keep. I kind of like that. I have this girl. I think I like this. Wonder if I could cut her out somewhat. Well, there's only one way to find out. We're going to go ahead and cut her and see. This is, again, another Cheryl Francis art piece. Oh, I like her. I do like her on there. Okay. And these will make good collage pieces, so we'll hold on to those. And let's see if we can get one more out of here. Okay, I have these pictures that I had cut out because we were going to use them for a different project. And wouldn't that be nice? Oh, and I'm doing a bee journal, so we could use that bee, huh? Oh, but these are from Louisa's birds, and I love those. But I think I'm going to use this bee because I can put it with my bee journal. Haha. Okay. We need a couple of extra things to decorate with. remember half of what's in these boxes, labels and stuff, I think. Okay, and because we're doing Defemember, we want to incorporate something of Louisa's in here. So, there's something kind of yellow we could put on there. She has some really cool, these license plate kind of numbers. I just love them. Love them. Okay. We like those so far. That might change once I open these. Ooh. Oh, look. Kind of a bright yellow and voila, I love it. Okay, right here, she's got some blue in her. And, oh, you know what though? This bee has a purple. So I'm thinking, what if we do purple and the white and the white? There, I like that better, I think. Okay, cool. Cool. So we have her, and we have a number, and perfect. And then this one, not really sure if I need a label or just something to break that up a little bit, huh? Let me see what else we have in here. Oh. I get the most out of these. These are the stamps, Tim Holtz stamps, that you can stamp in color. You can color them. They're just so versatile that they really make for good decorations. I think that's it. That's what I'm going to go with. So we just need to distress what we're going to distress and glue what we're going to glue. So let's start with this one here. I think I might do a journal of these girls. I have the digitals and I love them, and I think I could make a really pretty kind of a neutral journal out of them. I think. I don't know. Okay, let's move these aside so we can get gluing going. Now I will put these tags in my tag, where I store my tags, and I may add to them later when I go to use them. Sometimes I will stencil on them. Sometimes I will try to add texture of some sort to them. I think I'll put this over here. And then put this just above it. I love this. And I normally do round the corners of the bottom of my tags, but I don't do it necessarily on the ones that if I'm not sure what I'm going to use them in, because I don't know where they're going to go. If I use this as a tag that does, like, you know, a flip out, I don't necessarily want to round the corners of that. So there's one. And let's get her distressed just a little, get rid of the white. Thinking I want to just not make this a straight edge per se. Okay. Phew, sorry. Wow, I felt that one coming. Okay, now we want to put these on here. I'm just not sure exactly what I want to do with this. If I want to put them on this side. I think I do like that. Okay. It's a given. Louisa, thank you for the numbers. I love these, like license plate numbers, the rusty. I use them quite a bit. Love it. I love her. And again, I won't top them because I'm not really sure what I'm going to use them for. So, two, and now we have just this one left. I love it. But I'm thinking that I don't want necessarily straight edges. think I like that. If we just put it off to one side, I think that straight edge will be fine. It's starting to get hectic here. They didn't get my pool done at the time they said they were going to. My grandson will be home soon. I was hoping to have it done before he got here, and it looks like it's not going to happen. So I'm disappointed that I have this big hole with ground water in it. So to go behind, I don't necessarily want to cover up that B. Maybe put that there, put that there, and put this here. I think that'll work. So I kind of like this sideways. Let's see what happens if we do that. And we stick this one behind it. Sorta. Sorta. I like it, and I'll add to it later when I go to use it, I think. Again, I don't know if I'm going to use it as a tag or as a flip out or something, but that'll be so cool to go in my bee journal. I love it. Okay, so that's our Forgotten. Let me move this stuff over. So this is our Forgotten Snacks, and we used our ice cream sandwich box as our snack. Best I can do, people. Make sure I distress these so I don't forget in the future. Okay, that's it. So we did this bee and just did some collage, and that's using the papers that I created, the music paper. And we did this tag, which I think I might do a journal of these ladies. And again, we did this one, and we incorporated, of course, my favorites, Louise Heinzel and Cheryl Francis, are on both of these, on all three of these. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back to do Flip Out and Pressed Flowers Gone Wild. I don't know about that because I don't have pressed flowers, but we'll figure it out. I'll be back. Okay, so we're back to do Flip Out and Pressed Flowers Gone Wild. Well, of course, that's kind of, I don't have pressed flowers, so I'll show you what we're going to do. It's funny though, for this prompt 19, I'm doing a flip out right here, and I actually learned how to do this many moons ago from Barbara. The difference being she had an extra piece right here. But we're going to do just a simple one. I like to do them just this simple because after you cover them and you embellish them, they get much heavier. And this is like the perfect weight to stick in something. It's not too heavy. It's not too bulky. So I like it just like this. And so for our pressed flower, what this is leftover threads from my sewing machine and from fabric. And I throw them in here. And so I just grabbed a few, I kind of wadded them up and I glued them there, and then I sewed it with a stitch and then glued it down. And that's going to be my pressed flowers. We're going to use some of this. So I'll leave that right up there. So the first thing we need to do is we need to cut a piece here. And I think that if we do 4 1/4 would be perfect. So I'm going to get my cutter. I'm going to move that. I am using, I don't know if you can see, it's like a speckled paper. It's a 24 pound. It's actually called confetti. I don't know who makes it, but that's what it's called. It's a way old paper that I got when I worked in a print shop many moons ago. Okay, so this needs to be 4 1/4. So it's like we're going to just do it right in half, like this. Okay, so if we do it 4 1/4, okay, perfect. And then we want it 6 because we want it to fold to 3 inches. So we want it to be 6. Okay, so this one we're going to fold pretty easy, just like this. And that's going to give us this front part right here. Now this part, we need to make a pocket. So it's got to be, let's measure this. This is right here, 2 3/4. So we need it to be 5 1/2, no, 2 3/4 and 2 3/4 would be 4, 5 1/2 plus another 1/4 for the flip out. So we need it 5 3/4 by 3 1/2. Yes. So 5 3/4. This is the one we're using. Where's our other piece? Oh, it's over here. So we need 5 3/4. Okay. Yep, 5 3/4. And then we need it to be however high this is, which is 3 1/2. 5 3/4 by, we need 3 1/2. So we need it to be about like this. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we want to leave 1/4 inch. So if we fold this, I'm going to go ahead and, okay. So I want it to go about to there. So if we fold that, then that gives us, it's hard, I'm sure it's hard for you to see because this is such light paper, so I'll kind of hold it up. Do you see where I folded it? And then this part right here is going to be our flap that goes like this, okay? So this piece was 4 1/4 by 6 folded in half. So now it's 4 1/4 by 3. And this piece was 3 1/2 by 5 3/4. So when we fold this, okay, this piece is now 2 1/2 with almost 1/2 inch of a 1/2 inch of a flip out piece. Okay, so what I want to do next is get my cart I vacuumed in here on the floor, so I moved the cart way over. I want to take, you can either use a circle punch, you can cut this, whatever. I just use my tab punch, and I want to create a thumb notch. Kind of in the middle. About like there. And this is where you're going to want to distress anything that you want to distress. It's a good time to do it. And I am going to do it in Vintage Photo. I'm trying to think. I'm going to decorate it with some paper. So let me pick a paper first. I have a leftover digitals from Crafty Cat when I did my accordion folder, and I was kind of thinking I'd like to use some part of this to collage or something. So with that in mind, I don't want to use that. I want to use blue. Maybe, I mean, I could use that, but I might want to use Faded Jeans. I need to see what this looks like, though. Okay. I need to see. I think that'll work. So I'm going to distress this in blue for a change, something a little different. Leave it. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so what we want to do now is go ahead and we want to glue this bottom on, okay, and glue this. So I'm going to use my Bearly Art Precision Craft Glue. And I'm going to put a line of, a line of glue right here. And one across the bottom as well to seal the bottom. Perfect. And then I want to glue this to here. So we want to put some glue right on this baby. This is our flip out. Like this. Beautiful. Okay, so right now it's together. And if you wanted to compartmental make, you could just do a bunch of these, just like this, right? And then you could make a tag that goes in it and not decorate it, and there would be tags, whatever. I don't have a place to store all that, you know it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and decorate. What I want to do is do the outside, because I want to leave this all for journaling, but I want to cover the outside, and I like these blue papers. So let's see what we can do with, let's see what we can do with these blue papers. Ooh. Oh, I like that, just like that. How about that? So we are going to mark this as, I want to show a little bit of the white all the way around, or a little bit of the paper. So I'm going to mark this right here. I hope I can see it when I go to cut it, and maybe right there. Okay, and we're going to get our cutter. Trying to think of how far up my line is. Oh, it's right here. So there it is. Okay, so I'm going to take my eraser and just kind of erase that line off. I think this one's fine. Okay. So we want to put this on. I want to put it on this way, I think. So I'm going to get my glue book. And I'm just going to use my glue stick for this. Okay, done. Okay, so the next one we want to do is the back side. So we want another piece, and that's what's going to cover up this piece. So what if we do, haha, this is the piece we cut off, so I think we can use this piece. Perfect. And we just want to cut it right about there. Okay, make sure we're right side up. Yep. We want to put that right there. Again, we'll just use our glue stick. Like that. Love it. Okay, and then we want to put something right here. So I'm kind of thinking of maybe using a piece of this. So I'm thinking maybe right, maybe I want to go up a little higher. Okay, so I'm thinking right here and right there. Okay. Where the heck? Oh, there it is. Where the heck is my line? Okay, if we need to trim it, we can, but... And then there should be one. Oh, there it is. Right along here. Okay. Okay, now, what I want to do, though, is I want to go ahead and cut this out, okay? to match this piece. So what I'm going to do is get my, where I drew the line there, I'm going to put this in here and try to come close. It doesn't have to be exact, but close. And that way, when we put this in, it should have somewhat of the same. Looks like I need to go over a little bit on this side. Let's see if that works. Yep. So that way it's about the same. And we're going to go ahead and glue that on. And you could distress this piece in blue if you want. I didn't find it necessary to do that since the pocket is done. Beautiful, I love it. So, oh, I put it on the wrong side. Did you go, oh, Tommy? Oh, guess what? I'm not going to worry about it. You know what we can do? Let's just make another one. How about that? Let's find our paper. Wow. Somebody was not paying attention in class. We're just going to make another one and we'll go right about there. And we will go right about here. So anyways, you can decorate both sides of that little pocket if you want. Or not. It's up to you. Or you could just pay attention. Right? Oh my goodness. Tommy. Doesn't matter. I love this digital, so that works out okay. Okay, so I'm going to hold it on there. And we want to draw our that's what my problem is. I got to hold it right up to the top and then draw the line. Like that. Then draw our line. Okay. I'm looking for my pencil line in there. The second one. Let's see how close we got. Oh, we did so good. Okay, how about if we distress this one though? We'll have one distressed, one not distressed. Doesn't really matter. Maybe we'll see which one we like better, and then in the future we'll do it that way, right? Okay. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Okay. Let's put this on the right one now. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so on this one I left that blank for journaling, but it really doesn't matter, right? Now we need to make a tag, and then we need to decorate the front. So let me get something to make a tag with. and see if that'll fit in there. We may have to trim it a little bit, but we want it to be, we want it to stick out of the pocket. We want it to be right about 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. And I'm thinking that I didn't decorate that other tag, but I think if we could just totally make it blue. I don't know what I'm thinking here, but I'm going to try something. I have some cardboard paper, this, and I was thinking that that would be cool to break that up right just like that. That's what I was thinking. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I like it. And then I have my little card tag that I made, and I love it. I've been using it. There we go. There's our card. There's our tag. I'm going to go ahead and distress it because remember the back of this is bright white. Okay, so I'm not going to decorate the tag any more than just that. I'm not going to put a hole in it. I'm not going to put a topper on it or anything. I'm just going to slide it in here. And usually with tags, I round the bottoms to go in a lot easier. But I'm just going to put that in like that. Ooh, maybe we should put it the other way. Ooh, I like it. Okay, but it should go down further. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I want to do though is we need to do our flower, our pressed, what is it called? Pressed Flowers Gone Wild. So I really liked the idea of doing our string. And I have some denim blue that I pulled out of jeans in here. I don't want red in it though. There's some red attached to it, so we don't want that. So we want to kind of bunch this up. Make a flower head out of it like that. Probably doesn't need to be quite that thick. Okay, we want, and here's some light blue. Maybe we should put some of that light blue in there as well. Okay, let's see. What if we make a flower like that. But what we need to do is punch some holes. I think I might use this one. Okay, and we want to use a piece of cardstock. And we want to put this on it. And it looks like it needs to be just a smidge smaller, or our flower needs to stick out even more. Yep, this needs to be just a smidge smaller, so. And I'm not a good circle cutter, so. That might work. Okay. They sell, you can get from Amazon. Ooh, this will be pretty. From Amazon, you can get this leaf trim in different colors, like in green. And we need it to be about like that. So I can see where I would use that. This gold I've had for a long time, but I use it all the time, and it's still, I have a lot. Okay, so we want to put this down first. And then I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on this. And press our threads down. That'll be our pressed flower. Right? I know. I really, I take creative license wherever I can. Because I don't have those kinds of supplies. I don't have flowers in my yard either. I mean, I do. Like, I have hibiscus, but I'd be hard-pressed to press a hibiscus. I mean, you need like little wildflower type things. Beautiful. Now I want to sew something in the middle, or we could glue that on and put a jewel. Okay, we're going to go ahead and glue this down. We're going to press it down, right? And then we're going to put on our gold. Put on the gold. Oh, I love it. I love it. So guess what, people? We just finished our flip out and pressed flowers gone wild. There we go, a little flip out. And I'm not sure what journal I would use this in, but I always love gold, so it'll go with whatever journal I use. And we'll decorate the tag at that time. But you know what I want to do real quick? I do like to, let's see if this slides in any better if I round the corners, because I normally round the bottom of my tags. Let's see if it slips in any better. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. So let's recap what we got here. So for Defemember, day 18, Forgotten Snacks, we did our tags from our ice cream sandwich box. And then for Flip Out and Pressed Flowers Gone Wild, this was my sample. And we took, this is our Flip Out, and we took creative license with the pressed flower. And this is the one that we made on camera. So here's our Flip Out, and then our pressed flower. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll go ahead and get the video up, and I'm excited. Somebody else, I was watching a video and they were saying that there were so many good videos out there and that they felt bad that they couldn't watch them all. And I kind of wanted to duplicate that sentiment, that I am trying to watch as many videos as I can, comment when I can. It's to the point now where I think like I need to just watch the videos and not try to comment, just leave a heart or something. I want you to know that I was there and that I saw it. But there are so many good ones. So thank you all for sharing. And thank you to all the people who are watching mine and commenting, giving me watch hours. And, you know, if all you do is leave a heart, I would love it. So thank you, everybody. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.